evening and welcome to Upper Dublin Girls Playoff Basketball once again on UDTV. It is round 2. It is the number 7 seed Upper Dublin Cardinals against the number 10 Perkiomen Valley Vikings. We're into a March Madness style bracket now. I'm John Gidley alongside Stevie Taylor, and Stevie, it is the always anticipated 10-7 matchup.
That's right. Should be a fun night and a little fun night from our student section tonight. Silent night and costume night. A great combination. It should be fun. And Vikings, Cardinals, it's going to be a close matchup, I think. Both teams coming off important wins, obviously, in the first round of the playoffs. And it's going to be a good night.
And it's the Vikings that control the tip. I believe it is to, is it 7 points? And then they'll start
I believe that's
again.
when the crowd will get into it for sure.
All right. Number 15, Katie Armstrong, misses it too.
Look at that. Look at the big give blood.
I think it's a red blood cell.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's a blood clot.
That's impressive. I think that's the best costume we've seen so far.
Wonder who that is.
I don't know.
Probably no one important. Clamor was open for a 3. She decided to defer, though. Starting 5 as usual. Alyssa Clamor, Julie Cross, Allison Chernow, Josie Barrett, and Demi Balassa. Balassa will try a 3, and she hits. The Bird Gang stays silent, however. It's 3-0 Cardinals.
Well, in the first game, we saw Julie Cross and Josie Barrett hit a bunch of threes.
Yep.
Maybe tonight it's Demi Balassa's turn. Couldn't ask for a better start for Upper Dublin.
Got that quick 3, yep. And number 43, Megan Janassin, is fouled.
Coach Fonson can't believe it. Hands on his head. We're only 65 seconds into the game.
And so very quickly, the first foul shots of the night will be attempted. And the head coach of Perkiomen Valley is trying to convince the referees that it was the wrong Cardinal that they called.
Well, they want to get Julie Cross in foul trouble.
Yeah,
she's the star for the Cardinals. Of course, that big 30-point performance in the first round. They want to get her in foul trouble early. Unsuccessful though.
She makes both of her foul shots, so it is a 3-2 lead for the Cardinals. Perkiomen Valley getting their first points of the night. Cardinals attempted a fast break, but it was a loose ball that was stolen away by Janassin, and now it is Katie Armstrong with the ball.
Chernow thought she was fouled there, but no call there. And as you mentioned, Armstrong, she's the leading scorer for the Vikings. 18 points a game. She was the leading scorer in the Pioneer Conference overall. She scored 9 points in regulation in the first round match. As I know, that three's no good. And then in overtime, she scored all of the Vikings 9 points to give her team the victory. So she definitely came up in the clutch in the first round. And we're going to see if she does that again tonight.
Cross for 3. Misses off the front of the rim, and Armstrong comes down with the rebound. Perkiomen Valley running a fast break again. And a foul is going to be called on, is that Upper Dublin or
against
Perkiomen Valley?
It's against Chernow. She definitely tried to take a charge for the team there.
Yeah.
Unable to get the call, though.
And so Armstrong is going to go to the line.
Yeah, they're going to call it a shooting foul, so it will be 2 shots.
That is the Suburban 1 Pioneer Conference for Perkiomen Valley. Upper Dublin is the American, not athletic.
That's right, John. Glad you got that down.
I try.
It only took you about 6 months, right?
Yeah. More like 2 years. And now Perkiomen Valley has a 4-3 lead. Armstrong makes both of her foul shots.
Yeah, Armstrong definitely the key player for the Vikings. Cardinals are going to have to shut her down tonight if they're going to be successful.
And Barrett had the ball poked away. Number 40, Tori Walter, got a hand in on it. And Upper Dublin is going to inbound. It'll be Clamor inbounding.
So far, it looks like the refs are going to be calling a tight game. Already 3 fouls in the first 2 minutes. That's just a lazy pass there.
Pass goes directly to Tori Walter.
As awesome as Silent Nights are, it's kind of a little pain to get to 7 points, right?
Yeah. It's just like a regular season game.
Yeah. Once we get to 7, though, hopefully it'll liven up a lot better.
Hopefully. And here is number 10, Anna Marie Bruni, attempting her first foul shot of the night. Or jump shot, I should say.
Yeah, she jumped in across there trying to draw contact in a foul. It looks like the Vikings...
Usually you won't get a basket that way.
Yeah, but it looks like the Vikings are going to try to get Cross into foul trouble. I mean, no, there's no way else to stop her, it seems like.
It's basic instinct, too. And now Chernow is denied. She is going to be fouled.
Well, Armstrong can do it all. She can score. She can play defense, too.
And that was not a shooting foul, so Clammer is going to inbound. Directly to Cross, and Cross gets the 2 and 1. And now, Upper Dublin has a 5-4 lead. It can be 6-4 with the 1 foul shot.
We've seen that so often this year. When they're inbounding under the basket, like to get it right there to Cross or Bloss and get an easy layup. That time wasn't an easy layup, but she got the foul and made the bucket.
And she misses the N1, so it remains a 5-4 lead for the Cardinals. Armstrong thought about a 3. Perkiomen Valley's coach calling for them to move.
Trying to, get some more off-the-ball movement maybe.
That was a tough pass to get over Julie Cross. Looks like she might have taken the ball on the knee.
Yeah, she's down for a minute. Hobbling.
Might have to call a substitution soon.
And they're going to call a foul on her. And we'll see if she's okay. Hopefully it's just kind of a stinger. I think she's going to be all right. She's trying to stay in there.
Yeah. And of course, if she can, Upper Dublin still has a stable bench.
Yeah, of course.
For sure.
But she is one of the most important, if not the most important players for the Cardinals. Let's see if they try to attack her now that she's hobbled.
Which would not be very classy.
Well, could be smart, though, for the Vikings.
Yeah.
She seems to be moving all right, though. Almost forces a turnover.
And now, Armstrong makes the 2. It is back to a lead for Perkiomen Valley at 6-5.
That was a tough shot, too. But great shot for Armstrong. She's for the Vikings 6 points.
Turnover attempted on Cross. Armstrong really playing Cross hard on defense.
Yeah. She got open that time. And here comes the crowd.
Back to a lead for Upper Dublin, 7-6.
Well, we only had to wait 4 minutes. Not too bad.
As you can tell, Upper Dublin has scored 7 points.
And now hopefully they can be loud for the rest of the game.
Yeah. Because we can barely hear ourselves talk now.
Well, that means they're doing their job, John.
Yeah.
And the Vikings coach having a hard time communicating right now, which is also a good thing. Kind of like home field advantage in football where it's tough to get the play call.
Bauer tried to come away with a steal, but she was fouled.
And the level of intensity has just risen a couple of octaves since the Bird Gang got on their feet.
And now Maggie Weglis is going to come in for Alyssa Clemmer. There's her first substitution of the night. And she is going to inbound to start.
Well, John, obviously this is a huge game because it's a playoff game, but it's even bigger because not only does the winner get into the quarterfinals, they also clinch a berth in the state playoffs.
Chernow went down hard after attempting a 3. No foul was called.
Looks like she got hit in the face, too.
Yeah. And now Armstrong makes another 2. It's back to an 8-7 lead for Perkiomen Valley.
Chernow, it looks like she's still in some discomfort. But she's a trooper. She's going to stay out there, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Armstrong already with 6 points.
6 of the 8 so far for the Vikings. And kind of an errant pass went out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Vikings, and it'll be Tori Walter inbounding. And now Armstrong's going to take her time with it going up the court. Vikings definitely with uniforms that definitely pop out with
that's
that
sure,
orange
yeah.
color.
Not going to confuse the two teams, that's for sure.
Yeah. And that is number 43, Megan Chanasin. She was fouled going to the basket, and so she will go to the line.
Yeah, and that's the second foul on Cross already, and not even through the first quarter.
And
Vikings are trying to attack Cross and get her into foul trouble, it looks like.
There it is.
Well, it didn't work that time.
She was not phased. And now the potential to make it a 3-point lead for Perkiomen Valley. Now Kristen Huckle making dog noises. She makes both of her foul shots. Certainly key, and it's 10-7
Not
Vikings.
rattled, and she's only a freshman, too. Second leading scorer for the Vikings, and only a freshman. This Viking team, pretty young, actually. No seniors in the starting lineup. Or, excuse me, one senior in the starting lineup.
Palazzo attempts a three and misses. Barrett tried to come down with the rebound. It was stolen away quickly by, it looks like number 10, Anna Marie Bruni. And now Chernow takes another charge. She got it that time.
Yeah, she did. She really took it, too.
And the ball goes back to Upper Dublin.
Coach Funston and the Bird getting ecstatic after that play. Great job from Chernow to draw the foul.
Now, let's be honest, Coach Funston basically is part of the Bird gang.
He should be the leader, right?
Yeah.
And already 4 fouls on each team. You don't see a lot of fouls in high school basketball, but it's been a physical game. It's been a tightly called game from the referee standpoint. And it could be, if this continues, it could come down to foul shots late in the game.
And now a traveling is called on Weglos. And so the ball's going to go back to Perkiomen Valley. It'll be number 10, Bruni inbounding, and Armstrong's going to take it up the length of the floor.
Turnovers are really killers. Cardinal defense so good at forcing them, but that time it was the offense that turned it over for Upper Dublin.
And now Janassin gets another 2 for Perkiomen Valley. They now have a 5-point lead. It's 12-7 with a minute and a half to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, largest lead of the night so far for either team. Let's see how the Cardinals respond to end this first quarter.
Well, they definitely have more competition than Penridge. That was expected heading into the game.
This one, though, is pretty up in the air.
It's likely not going to be another 30-point win. Chernow fouled as she's going to the basket. And so she will go to the line for Upper Dublin's first foul shots of the night. And now Clamor has gone over to the scorer's table. A substitution is pending. And she gets a couple lucky bounces to make her first foul shot. It's back to silent night when any Upper Dublin player's at the foul line.
Yeah, she got the hometown bounce there.
Clamor is in now for Barrett. Well, she makes 1 of 2. Cross tried to come down with the rebound. She goes down hard afterwards, but she's able to get back up and run the fast break defense. Nice pass from Armstrong to Walter. She airballed the 3-point attempt.
Yeah, and the Bird gang will let you know that. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
Well, I don't think that was an airball. I think that was a pass.
Well, no. See, the thing is, whenever the said player gets their hands on the ball, they're going to chant airball.
I thought they were saying because, okay.
That's what happened in the
That's
Villanova
right.
Seton Hall game Monday night.
Oh, boy.
And Armstrong buries a 3. It is 15-8, a 7-point lead for Perkiomen Valley.
They can't leave her open like that. She's going to hit that.
With just about 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Another shot missed for Upper Dublin, and now with 15 seconds, it is presumed that Perkiomen Valley could run down the clock and attempt a last-second shot. And the Bird gang making for a fake buzzer, but there's still a second and a half left on the clock, and Upper Dublin's going to get the ball back with an attempt for a last-second shot. Palazzo is going to inbound.
See what they can do.
Barrett is back in for Clamor.
Enough time to get a shot off, that's for sure.
There goes the long pass, intercepted immediately by Janassin, and that is the end of the first quarter. A rocky start for Upper Dublin. Perkiomen Valley leads at 15-8, and we'll be back for the second quarter after this.
Welcome back to the start of the second quarter here on UDTV. Perk Valley leads the Cardinals right now 15-8, and their leading scorer, Katie Armstrong, doing a bulk of the damage, 9 first quarter points. I'm Steven Taylor alongside Paul Sutton. And, Paul, what do you think the Cardinals need to do differently in the second quarter to get back in the game?
They really just need to go and make sure that everyone on Perkiomen Valley is just guarded and just really ensure that number 15, KT Armstrong, she really is just blocked.
The junior is the leading scorer, averaging 18 points a game. So far she is 9, so she's already halfway there. That's only been 1 quarter.
I mean, she really single-handedly is carrying Perkiomen Valley, just like Julie Cross pretty much does.
Armstrong's pass inside, loose ball. Cardinals come away with it. They get a good defensive stand, open up the quarter.
Another thing they really need to do is just stand strong when they're on the offensive attack, as they really just haven't been able to capitalize as much and draw fouls, as Perkiomen Valley's just really been causing a lot of penalties.
Clamor fouled inside. That'll be the 6th team foul against Perk Valley. So for the remainder of the half, the final 7-14, the Cardinals will be shooting foul shots every time they're fouled. Clamor trying to find Chernow. She shoots a 3, can't get it. And rebound Perk Valley.
KT Armstrong coming up there. That upper one finally learned, hey, we need to guard her.
Yeah.
She is a threat.
They left her open for a 3 at the end of the first quarter, which made it a 7-point game. Into the corner, now they'll kick it out.
The air
and of
ball.
course, the airball chant back for Tori Walter, who airballed the 3 in the first quarter.
Perkiomen Valley, they're just going to try to keep moving it around.
Yeah, so far good defense from the Cardinals, not giving up a shot.
If I was Tori Walter, I would not be a happy person here in air ball every time I got the ball.
Shot gets it over cross. Great shot there from number 10, Anna Marie Bruni, and it's a 17-8 lead for the Vikings.
You see, more fans are still coming in. We'll see what happens.
Cardinals need to respond before this game gets out of hand.
You're almost used to Upper Dublin games being like this.
Yeah. Every game we've done 4 games this year, and all of them they've won comfortably. But tonight,
I think I've done 5.
Okay.
Yes, and that was
it's going to be a dogfight tonight, though.
That's what happens in the Suburban 1 playoffs. You can't.
Yeah.
There's not really many easy victories to go around. Maybe in the first couple rounds, if anything, but then you start to see the cream rise to the top.
Yeah, and Cardinals trying to improve on last season when they lost in the second round of the playoffs. This year, though, trying to make it into the quarterfinals.
That was a painful game to be at.
Yeah, 15-13, I think the final score was, something like that. Clamor will drive off the glass and good. The first 2 points for the senior, and it's a 17-10 game.
That's the type of energy that you need. You want to have the student section being louder than Perkiomen Valley's coach, who is absolutely... He's pretty loud.
Yeah, they were loud the first quarter. They've been quieted down a little bit since then. Great pass inside, can't get it to go. And on the rebound, they're going to call a foul against, I believe that's Josie Barrett.
They are calling a lot of fouls tonight.
Yeah,
more than usual.
11 fouls on the board so far. Not usually seen in high school basketball. Vikings will give it to Armstrong, and she'll set up a play.
I mean, some teams say that the referees either step their games up in the playoffs or they are not the best.
Dangerous pass, almost over the head of Armstrong, but she recovers it. Good passing from the Vikings. She's going to drive and can't get it to go. Good look there for Jananson, the freshman, but unable to get it to fall.
She was almost wide open to the net. That's not what you can do.
Cross will put up a 3, can't get it to go.
I don't know what they're trying to decide, having Julie Cross try to shoot threes. She's not really a three-point shooter.
And it looks like a walk there. Doesn't matter, though. Cardinals come down with the rebound. She's going to throw it up to Barrett, and in traffic makes the catch. Tough play from Josie Barrett. Definitely an aggressive game so far, Paul.
And you saw Alison Chernoff get hit in the face.
She's taken quite a few shots so far.
Joy Cross has been shaken up. I mean, they are playing dirty.
And Chernow's going to get called for the walk.
Well,
she did walk a little bit with that one.
But, I mean, you got to call that on the other team as well. I mean, they had the big walk that almost caused a basket, which maybe they would have called it if they made the basket. I don't know.
The Perk Valley coach pleading to call a foul against Julie Cross. They thought it was an illegal pick. And, it's been their strategy to try to get her in foul trouble. She does have 2 fouls already.
That's...
Armstrong into the corner. Nice shot fake. She'll go up. Doesn't get the shot to go. And they're going to call a foul against Josie Barrett. And she's looking around. Really? Me?
like I think the Cardinals are feeling like that they're playing against the refs tonight.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fouls called against both teams. Now both teams have 16 fouls. Clamor with the nice steal. See if the Cardinals can come up with a fast break opportunity, and they're going to call a foul against number 10. That's Anna Marie Bruni, and that, to me, it looks like kind of a weak call, but that's what they've been calling all night.
Yeah, you know, she kind of even smiled when she got the foul. Not Clamor, but number 10, Anna Marie Bruni.
Out comes Barrett, in comes Maggie Weglos.
And Chernoff's just going to kind of play a little bit back right now. They're going to talk to coaches, see what they can do.
Clamor hits the front end of the 1-and-1.
This will really help Upper Dublin and get back in the game. 5 points is not a lot.
Now Bruni, who just committed the foul, come out for the Vikings.
One thing about Max Preps, I don't know why the last names are totally capitalized.
Yeah, that's usually not the case, but it is for Perk Valley.
Are they trying to make us like kind of scream the last names out?
I don't know. We're not Gus Johnson now, Paul.
Yes.
So Clamor hits both her free throws, makes it a 17-12 game. A shot there short, might have been tipped a little bit. And guess what, Paul? We're going to hear the airball chant, I'm sure.
Yeah, you know, we'll just keep carrying that on.
Looks like some miscommunication, but a foul called against the Vikings, and that's Armstrong. She can't believe it.
Coach for the Vikings, he is not too happy that
I don't know how to pronounce that.
Strowetsky?
Strowet. We'll go with Strowet.
Strowet? I think it might be missing a couple letters as well.
I don't know. You know, Max Preps isn't that reliable. Cross from the 1-and-1 makes her first. That gives her 5 points on the evening. And, Paul, with a game like this, there's so many fouls called, it's going to be coming down to free throws maybe. And so far, the Cardinals hitting their free throws.
You saw at the beginning again, Perkiomen Valley really wasn't hitting their free throws. I mean, they were hitting their free throws, and the Cardinals were doing the opposite. But now it seems like it's switching. The tide is turning.
So 4 straight points for the Cardinals, all of them coming from free throws.
Now they're only a 3-pointer away from the lead.
A 3, no good, and she airballs it. Shot blocked by Clamor, gets it back, no good, and Cross finally comes down with the rebound.
I used to say, Cross's height is
Quick
a big
pass up to
benefit.
Weglos. She can't get it. She thought she was fouled, and now they're going to call against Palasa.
I don't know how you don't call a foul there.
Looks like she got hacked going up. You're right, Paul.
And that just,
Coach
it irks
can't
me.
believe it.
Like, I thought when they first whistled it was for a late call on Maggie Weglos, but they're calling it.
Well, right now, both teams frustrated with the officiating. That could be a big factor in the second half.
Could we just tow all the officials' cars? Maybe that would be a better solution.
So 1-and-1 for Janansen. She does get the roll. And hits her first free throw.
There was a car towed when I was coming in.
I don't think that was the ref's one. But you never know, though, right? 2:50 to go in the first half. Definitely an intense game thus far. Can't get the second free throw. Cross comes down to the rebound. It remains an 18-14 Viking lead.
Upper Dublin should be just going for twos here. Really, they don't need to be going in any business getting threes unless they have a definite 3 on the board.
There's a 3 from Chernow. Can't get it to go, though. Rebound pulled down by Armstrong. Clamor from behind. Almost thought about a steal. Now Armstrong, and she goes down hard. It goes out of bounds. Last touch.
I think that was Perkiomen Valley that touched that one last.
Well, they say it was Upper Dublin, so it'll stay with the Vikings.
And, and Upper Dublin's Bergang really getting into it about these refs.
And Armstrong went right in across. That's the second time we've seen the Viking player go right in across trying to draw a foul. Unsuccessful that time, though.
Is that what their coach's strategy is?
It seems like that. They're trying to get her fouls called against her, and why not? She's dominating. She scored 30 points in the opener. And if you can't beat her, get her out of the game, right?
I think they're just trying to.
Armstrong double-teamed, pass inside, almost stripped away from Barrett. Now the shot's going to be Weglos, and she's going to be fouled.
I'm really not understanding some of these calls.
And a lot of whistles being blown right now. A lot of fouls being called.
Did these refs get new whistles? Because it seems like they really like to test them out.
They want to test them out. Calling against both teams. I've never seen so many fouls.
Strange things happen in the playoffs, I'll say that.
Can't hit the free throw, and the Bergang loves it. And Weglos is going to come out, and Barrett will come in momentarily.
Wait.
And
no.
I think they're going to say she was fouled shooting a 3, so it'll be 3 foul shots.
Are you serious?
For Walter.
What are you doing calling that?
She must have been behind the line. Can't hit the second one. And the Bird Gang getting even more into it. Remember, she is the one that airballed it, and they're chanting airball every time she's shooting.
Hey, if
must be
I'm
getting
a
in
player,
her head.
that's going to get in my head no matter what.
And it doesn't help that she's right next to the Bird Gang. Misses all 3 free throws. Chernow comes down with the rebound. And Walter trying to get the steal back. Good pass up to Barrett. Barrett into Balassa, loses it, last touch, Upper Dublin. And Balassa can't believe it. Well,
it looks like the Cardinals aren't really being frustrated.
I'm having a hard time catching my breath, Paul. This is just an action-packed game so far.
A lot better than last year's second round game.
Yeah, we've already topped that score. Pass to nobody. Cross comes away with the interception. Fast break opportunity for the Cardinals. Chernow will go up for the shot. Can't get it.
Was she knocked down there?
No, I think she just kind of landed awkward. Great pass, but Cross comes up with a huge rejection. That'll get the crowd on their feet.
I think they're already on their feet, Stevie, but you know.
Well, it'll get them even louder.
We'll get them
jumping.
Wow,
what a game so far.
And a great showing by the Bird Gang, seeing how the excitement of girls basketball has been.
Yeah, what a game. Clamor for Barrett. Fakes a 3. Now she'll drive, shot blocked. Cross comes down with it, and she's fouled, so she'll shoot some free throws.
I mean, there's some calls, you know. I mean, they're, you know, whatever. Sometimes you got to just.
And it looks like Coach Swanson was angry. He wanted Josie Barrett to hit that or to shoot that 3. We saw she hit 5 threes in the first round playoff game, so he definitely feels confidence in her. And now they'll have a talk with her as Cross hits her first free throw.
So is that 5 straight points for the Cardinals, or?
I believe it was 15-8. So far this quarter they've outscored them 7-3. As Barrett comes out and Weglos will go in. Cross hits both her free throws.
And they're going to do some subs right now. So some other people.
And yeah, Cross is going to come out for Allison Godeva. She'll go in. And that's 8 points for Julie Cross now.
So some of the younger players getting some chance. I mean, they just maybe want to take out Julie Cross.
They don't want to get her another foul before the half. I think you're right. Shot no good. Weglos fights for the rebound and brings it down. And timeout called Coach Funson.
Smart move there.
41.5 seconds left. 18-16 now. Cardinals a chance to tie or even take the lead with a 3.
Cross and Barrett coming back. It's smart move there. So what he did was taking
out
out Cross and
defense,
Barrett
for
the defense, and then calling the timeout so he gets him back on the offense.
Very smart.
Playing against what Perkiomen Valley wants to do, game-wise.
Well, that's why he's won 3 straight conference titles in his first 3 years. So just a 30-second timeout. We'll be back in a few moments. Paul, I think this is going to have an exciting second half, that's for sure. If you're watching this, don't go anywhere.
Tune away. That's all my advice.
It'll be on YouTube, so you can just skip to the end. But
hey,
we don't want you to do that. We want you to watch the whole game.
You know, if
and
you're
enjoy
watching
the game.
on the cable channel, we thank you.
That's right.
We thank you. If you want to watch it again, go
It's
on our YouTube channel, Upper Dublin
Make
Broadcasting.
sure you check that out. And also check us out on Twitter at UD_broadcasting. And also on our YouTube channel, Paul, we have post-game shows. We'll be making a post-game show tomorrow for this.
For this and the first playoff game.
First
so
game.
It'll be a combo playoff show.
That's right. 2-for-1 combo. You can't get better than that, Paul. So Cardinals, with about 30 seconds left, looks like they're just going to hold for the final shot.
They really don't.
At worst, they'll be down by 2 heading to the locker room, which is much better than 7, because they're down by 7, if you remember, just 8 minutes ago.
They could go and take the lead here.
Yeah, they could, even with a 3.
And, you know, Perkiomen Valley's coach really isn't trying to be aggressive.
I guess he's okay with that. Final 13 seconds now. They'll begin their play.
Now
Balassa still with the ball. 8 seconds ago. They
now
need
they're
to get something going. Clamor
really
with 5.
guarding.
She'll drive to the basket. And loose pass goes out of bounds. So an empty possession to end the half for the Cardinals. And now they're going to take Cross and Barrett out to avoid any fouls with, any silly fouls with a second left.
Can you foul out of a game?
I believe you can. I believe it's at 5. At least that's what it is for college. Vikings will throw it.
Is that
deep.
just in a half, or is that in
Armstrong gets the the shot off, though. No good. And that will end the half. Well, an exciting first half, to say the least. 18-16 Vikings lead. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in the third quarter here on UDTV.
16. Oh. Sorry about that. Welcome back. Start of the third quarter. Upper Dublin leads, or Upper Dublin trails, I should say, 18-16. Upper Dublin gets possession to start the second half. It was a rocky first half for Upper Dublin. Hopefully it does not go the same way the second half.
They had a great job in the second quarter. Hopefully the locker room will help them out there. And they had a little bit more pregame warnings.
Chernow tries a three right off the bat and misses. And the ball's going to go out of bounds. And it'll go back to Perkiomen Valley for the first time in the second half.
That's the thing you want to do. If you're Perkiomen Valley.
One of the keys definitely for Perkiomen Valley, not necessarily for Perkiomen Valley, but for Upper Dublin, was that they were able to keep their leading scorer, Katie Armstrong, to no points in the second quarter. She had a pretty big first quarter, but no points in the second.
Looks like Perkiomen Valley's coach is going to call a timeout here.
A very quick timeout at that, 35 seconds in.
I don't know what motivates someone to call a 30-second timeout 35 seconds in. I don't know what you're seeing. Is he?
They're still clinging onto a lead.
Funston's just like all motivation. He's like, look like those girls are like he's reading the riot act to him over there. You know.
I know. And so the ball is going to go to Perkiomen Valley to start after this timeout.
Airball's chance already starting.
Still letting number 40, Tori Walter, hear it, even after halftime. And Trinasson makes the two-pointer from the foul line. It is 20-16.
Hopefully Upper Dublin can score here. They're going to need it. Lots of pressure coming here from the Perkiomen Valley, the Vikings.
Clammer inside to cross, misses the layup. Rebound pulled down by Walter. And now Anna Marie Bruni airballs a two. Another two attempt is missed, and Upper Dublin comes down with the rebound.
I think the Bird Gang really isn't showing its full potential at the moment. Just kind of the chance haven't been there as much as we'd hope.
That your scouting report?
That's my little scouting report for the moment. Also, Upper Dublin hasn't been able to take advantage of their scoring opportunities at the moment, but I believe that'll change. Hopefully.
I'm sorry, we don't have a sponsor for you. For your segment.
Whoa!
And now Chernow goes down hard. And a foul is going to be called on Perkiomen Valley, and so Chernow is going to go to the line.
She is really getting beat up tonight. Her and Julie Cross really feeling the brood of the Vikings.
Well, Chernow's definitely a tough cookie. She'll do anything she can to stay on the court.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to go to the line for two now to try and cut the Viking deficit to two.
That's what you need to have.
Viking lead, I should say. She makes the first foul shot. And now we have a substitution for the Vikings. Anna Marie Bruni is out, and Caitlin Byrne is in.
Let's see how Chernow is here.
And she makes both. That's definitely key. The lead is just two now for the Vikings. It's 20-18.
They just need Upper Dublin needs to keep it close, and then they can capitalize. They weren't able to tie it at the end of the half, but they're in striking distance. That's the important part.
And now Katie Armstrong tried to take the charge as she went to the basket. She does appear to be a little shaken up. She's clutching onto her knee. But that would not be good at all for Perkiomen Valley. That is their leading scorer.
And I don't know it. She's, both the star players for the teams are taking their brood hits.
And Walter is going to inbound.
That was a wild pass.
A little bit. And Chanasson is called for a travel. Looked like she was going to be fouled, maybe going to the basket.
That's what Perkiomen Valley thought. They thought that they'd gotten a foul, but it's going to go Upper Dublin's way, and this could be huge. Maybe turn the tide of the game.
Foul called on Perkiomen Valley once again. That's going to be an inbounds pass.
As there's been a lot of fouls in this game.
There really has. Starting 5 are on the floor for the Cardinals.
Also,
Clever, Balasa, Cross, Chernow, Barrett.
if you like fouls in your basketball games, this is a treat for you.
Yeah, it has really been a bit of a foul fest tonight.
Those referees just loving to using their whistles.
Clamor inside to Cross. Cross makes the easy layup, and we're tied at 20.
The crowd is going to get into it even more, as you can hear the energy coming out here.
All they needed was a tie and quite possibly a lead.
And they're talking really, and they just left her unguarded there. But she's not going to do anything.
Armstrong misses the 2 after a couple of bounces. Traffic down in the paint.
Good job by Sherna to get the ball.
And Coach Funson makes a questionable decision not to call timeout. He tried to.
They didn't see him.
Yeah.
He was halfway on the court.
Referees really not being kind to Upper Dublin tonight.
Sometimes you wonder how much, if there's any money exchanged in these games.
Any money exchange? Is that an allegation? Did you hear that? Money. Paul's wondering if there's money exchange.
Money, goods, services, whatever.
And now, Katie Leahy buries a 3, and Perkiomen Valley has the lead once again. It's 23-20 with about 4.5 minutes to go in this third quarter.
Upper Dublin just can't look back in anger and just try to regroup.
Chernow misses the jump shot. They're able to play defense quickly. Vikings are going to try and take it up the court. Armstrong is the only one down there for the moment. She's going to try a 3 and hits. And it's now a 6-point lead for Perkiomen Valley and a much-deserved timeout Upper Dublin.
And that coach is very happy with some of the players over there. So this is going to be a key part for Upper Dublin. They tied it, but now Perkiomen Valley's on a 6-0 run. What are you doing here if you're Upper Dublin?
Hard to say.
This game's been hard to predict.
Yeah, it really has. It is a pretty close-seeded game. Perkiomen Valley is a 10 seed. Upper Dublin is 7th. You get those early round games in March Madness that it's almost a coin flip to predict the 10-7 game, the 9-8 game.
Oh, yes. Sometimes seeding isn't everything in these games.
And seeding isn't everything in March Madness either. I mean, until that's Florida Gulf Coast, a 15 seed.
No doubt.
Made it to the Sweet 16 2 years ago.
You know, that's why I don't think there will be a perfect bracket.
There will never be a perfect bracket. The perfect bracket challenge last year, there were no perfect brackets remaining after the first day.
Wasn't it $1 million or something like that?
I think it was $1 billion.
Oh, yeah, $1 billion.
Because it was Warren Buffett. And
Warren
that's only,
Buffett, he has money to throw around.
Yeah,
no
that's only
what.
about 1/30th of his income.
He's not even giving it to his kids. He just told his kids, I'm not giving them any money.
And now Upper Dublin's going to take it the length of the floor. We are halfway through the fourth quarter. Upper Dublin trails 26-20 in this second round playoff game. A lot of passing going on. It's been hard to find a good shooting range.
This is unlike the game that we had last Saturday, where it was just shooting lanes were just wide open. Palazzo really needs to work there. And
Barrett comes away with a quick steal. She gets the basket, and it's now a 4-point deficit, 26-22. 3:20 to go in this third quarter.
That's big for Upper Dublin. And great block there by Barrett, even though it didn't really do much. And she steals it.
Barrett with another steal. Now Upper Dublin with a 2 can turn this into a 2-point deficit.
Maybe even a 1-point deficit, but I don't think they're really going for threes now.
3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Speaking of threes, Chernow's going to try a 3. No good.
She really hasn't been successful with threes, and that's one thing. And,
now
one of the student section people in the student section, she threw the ball away, and Perkiomen Valley's coach wasn't too happy about it, and she's like yelling in number 40's face.
Well, it was partially that, and there was also a scrum between Alyssa Clemmer and Katie Leahy. Tempers flaring, perhaps. Paul, you're a NASCAR fan. You know about tempers flaring.
Yes, but when you got a championship or anything playoff-wise, tempers are going to flare no matter what sport you're in, John.
And no question about that.
Whether it be with a couple 1,000-pound race car or right here on the basketball court.
Just a simple basketball, yeah. A little under 2.5 minutes to go in this third quarter. Upper Dublin still trailing by 4. And a foul is going to be called on Upper Dublin.
Some of these calls, you know.
Hard to tell who it was against.
I think it was against Julie Cross on that one.
They're saying Chernow. 22 is Chernow. And so Walter is going to inbound.
And they just left 15 wide open.
Walter into Armstrong. Armstrong in traffic. Gives it to Leahy.
Seems like Armstrong's their whole team, so you just can't leave her open.
And Armstrong misses the 2. Janassin is able to come down with the rebound. She misses, and Cross comes down with the rebound for Upper Dublin. 2 minutes to go now.
The ref got in the way. That was the ref's fault. In my mind, not a good pass, but I mean, come on, that hit the ref.
You're going to say the ref's at fault. So,
her ugly face. And I apologize for that.
You should have known, Paul.
Oh, come on.
And now Whitegloss looked like she was throwing an elbow or a forearm to the face.
They are just really physical game.
And now Janassin misses the layup. Balas is able to come down with the rebound. And with just under a minute and a half to go, it is still a 4-point deficit for the Cardinals. Fires it over to Balasa.
Maggie Whitegloss can make some threes, so we'll see what she wants to do here.
Stolen away by Perkiomen Valley. Armstrong on the fast break. Goes in for the layup. No good. Tries to get around the rebound.
No! You can't make these calls! And the student section is really hating on these refs.
And Armstrong is going to go to the line. The potential for a 6-point Viking lead.
And I'm voicing my displeasure silently right now, John.
That would be a good move. And now Clammer's going to come back in for Whitegloss. And the referee said that Whitegloss should probably go out.
If you're getting an elbow to the face, call a foul on that. This is why I'm voicing my displeasure silently.
And now we see Whitegloss has a bit of a bloody nose. She did take an elbow or a forearm right to the face.
I don't know what Perkiomen Valley's coach is complaining about. He's the one that's getting all these calls, all right? He's the one with the lead. He's the one that's getting these calls. What can you complain about?
Less than a minute to go now. It is now a 5-point deficit. Armstrong made 1 of 2 foul shots. Clammer.
What?
A travel is called on her. And Perkiomen Valley's going to get the ball back.
Some of these calls just make my head scratch. I am... this is why...
Balasa stolen away. Chernow into Barrett. Barrow is blocked, but a foul is finally called. It's about time. And Barrett's going to go to the line for 2, with the potential to make this a 3-point game.
Student section applauding that they actually have a foul.
And with the second free throw, the lead can be cut to 3 for the Vikings, and Upper Dublin can be at least within striking range.
And this is not an insurmountable lead by any means.
couldn't get the lucky bounce that time. Ball's going to go out of bounds and back to Perkiomen Valley.
Perkiomen Valley touched that ball. I can see way better than these refs, all right? I could take off my glasses and see better than them. And, you know, sometimes just... And then Chernow knocked to the ground.
Clemmer is able to come away with a steal, and Chernow is down. Appears as though she might have gotten the wind knocked out of her. So not a
This is
terribly
making me feel sick.
not a terribly serious injury.
I think she got hit in the stomach.
Yeah.
And we hope she is all right. Right now, Upper Dublin.
And Chernow's able to get back up. And with our luck, the ball's going to go back to Perkiomen Valley.
Maybe this will... Yes, this will be Upper Dublin's...
I'm just saying with the way things are going.
Upper Dublin does get the ball. I think Chernow's going to just get some water and just be back for the fourth quarter.
Clemmer's going to inbound, 16.7 left. A 4-point lead for the Vikings. Weiglos is back in.
Maybe this is the motivation that'll lift the Cardinals ahead.
Weiglos for three. Misses. Just barely. Barrett's able to get the ball back in, but it goes back to Perkiomen Valley. Armstrong on the fast break. She's going to try a jump shot, and she makes it. Oh, my goodness. She made it, and that's the end of the third quarter. It is a 6-point lead, 29-23 for the Vikings, and we should be in for a really interesting fourth quarter. We'll be back. All right, we're back for the start of the fourth quarter. As we said going to break, it should be an interesting one.
Sure will.
Upper Dublin trailing 29-23, and they are going to get the ball to start this final quarter.
That final shot from Armstrong as time expired really hurt.
Yeah, that was
Looks like the
really
Cardinals were going to be down by 4, maybe even 2 because they had the ball.
really a clutch shot.
Yeah, last second shot from Armstrong. Now a 6-point game. Still in it though. It's going to come down to the wire. That's for sure. And it's
Now,
good to see Allison Chernow back in the game, though.
Absolutely, yeah. She needed that between quarter break. She was, dare I say, lucky to get that injury with so little time left in the third quarter. Balassa's going to try an open three. No good. Rebound's pulled down by Armstrong.
She's, been so good. She's the leading scorer for the Vikings, and tonight already with 15 points. There's a reason why she's the best player on the team.
She's certainly shown it tonight. Upper Dublin almost got a steal there. And now she's complaining about a foul when really she shouldn't be because they've been pretty spoiled all night.
Well, both teams playing very aggressive defense. And they're trying to double team Armstrong without even the ball, and the ref kind of gave him an earful.
And now a vicious block by Cross. Clemmer's going to try and chase the ball. She's able to get it back in. But Coach Funson's going to call a timeout.
Yeah, smart
with,
call.
A minute and 1 second into the fourth quarter. The score has not changed. It is still 29-23, Perkiomen Valley.
Clemmer was pretty much on her own down there, surrounded by 4 or 5 orange jerseys. So a smart play from Coach Funson. Settle it down, get the girls relaxed, and try to make a comeback here.
Now, what were the scenarios you said with wins or losses tonight?
Well, a win and you're automatically into the state playoffs because the top 8 teams from the District 1 playoffs will make it. Now, 10 teams overall make it, so 2 of the losers tonight will still be alive. And so if the Cardinals do lose tonight, which obviously we hope doesn't happen, they will have another playoff game against one of the losers from tonight, and they'll try to make their way back into the state playoffs.
They would have to play a couple more games, though, correct?
I'm sure, yeah.
Much more than they would if they won.
Let's just win it tonight and get it over with.
Yeah.
Especially, last year they lost in this round at home. So this year they want to get that win.
Well, at least the scoring's been surpassed from that game. Now Barrett's going to try a three. No good. Balassa tried to come down with the rebound, but instead it's Armstrong, and the Vikings get the ball back.
Yeah, they need to get Josie Barrett going. Only 3 points so far on the night. She had 23 in the first round match. Just hasn't been able to get it going so far. And the clock slowly becoming their enemy.
Armstrong, nice spin move. Tries to go to the basket, no good. Barrett comes down with the rebound.
Yeah, she just ripped it away from the Viking player.
6.5 to go. Still no scoring so far. Barrett to Clammer. Clammer almost lost it. She's able to keep it and give it to Barrett again.
And Cardinals just, right now, they're out of sync offensively.
Barrett's going to try a three. No good.
It's just not falling for right now.
Armstrong into Bruni. She's blocked, and Chernow comes away with the steal.
Surprised they didn't call that a foul.
And the ball goes out of bounds. It was last touched by Armstrong, and Upper Dublin's going to get the ball back at half court.
It looks like Anna Marie Bruni certainly thought that was a foul.
Well, again, they've been spoiled all night,
Yeah,
so they should keep their mouth shut.
The first half, the refs were calling it against both teams. The second half, it does seem like it's been going against the Cardinals a little bit more. So far, the fourth quarter, though, I think they've been pretty consistent and pretty good so far. At least this fourth quarter.
Yeah, we're still only 2.5 minutes in, so you never know. Barrett, even though the odds are against her, tries a three, misses. And it goes back to Perkiomen Valley.
That's three straight now she's tried. Just not getting it to fall like she was in the first round.
Now Perkiomen Valley playing a bit of half-court offense.
Yeah, Cardinals trying to force a turnover, then they need to.
Bruni misses a two.
Wow. And the two Vikings players both had the ball. They're fighting for the rebound with each other, and then they ended up traveling. So a break for Upper Dublin there.
Absolutely. Clammer's going to inbound. And now it's Barrett with 5 minutes to go.
Man, 3 minutes in, no scoring so far.
Still nothing.
Yeah, when you're down by 6, that's not good.
Barrett's going to try another
this time,
three.
Maybe this.
Finally. And now it is just a 3-point deficit. 29-26, 4:40 to go.
Well, the game plan in this fourth quarter has definitely been get Josie Barrett the ball. She missed her first three-pointers, but that time delivered. And this crowd back into it. Now they get a turnover.
Clammer comes away with the steal. Upper Dublin with a three can tie it.
Oh, man. The energy in this building is just crazy right now. What?
And a travel's called
Where's
on Upper
the travel
Dublin.
there? I don't understand where the travel was. I mean, maybe I'm missing something. I didn't see anything, though. Am I missing something, John?
I didn't see anything. Then again, I'm not really that informed, but still.
That's brutal. Oh, man. Coach Fonson, hands on his hips. He is not
He is beside himself. He's been beside himself the whole game.
All the momentum was with Upper Dublin. Oh, man. That really kills.
Armstrong misses the two. Cross comes down with the rebound and gets it to Chernow.
Fast break opportunity
Chernow
for
over
the
to
Cardinals.
Barrett. Barrett for three. No good.
Wow. Oh, man. That was in and out. Oh, my goodness.
Timeout, Perkiomen Valley.
Yeah, they're just going to slow it down now. Oh, my goodness. Hold on to your seat, John, for the final 3:52. I saw you stand up out of your seat on that three. Oh, man.
Well, they could have tied it.
This stadium was about to explode. It just went in and out, and a full timeout for the Vikings try to calm things down. Wow. Man.
Been an emotion-filled game, that's for sure.
Oh, my goodness. That's an understatement.
Well, we should mention while we have a timeout that on Sunday in the rally section of the sports section of the Inquirer, the Cardinals got a big full-page article documenting their 30-point win over Penridge.
Yeah.
They had a couple of good quotes from Julie Cross and Josie Barrett. Julie Cross said that she was glad and very proud of Josie Barrett that she was able to come through because Chernow was being heavily guarded.
Yeah.
And the stat line will explain that. Her point total was in the single digits for that game.
Looks like I'm getting the UD Bird Gang chant going right now.
Really?
Wow. It's not as good as the Paul Sutton chant, though.
That's impressive. That's really impressive.
But back to your point about Julie Cross, yeah, the game of her life, 30 points, and Josie Barrett with 23. They're going to need to come up big in these final 4 minutes.
I saw in another article written about them how the relationship was made because John Barrett, football player and on the boys basketball team, is Josie's brother. They can both hit threes very well.
Yeah.
Josie says sometimes they play horse, and most of the time
he
wins.
Article. Yeah, I read that. That was a little funny. I believe it was in Suburban One Sports, and it wasn't like in the main article. It was one of the little extra, little fun facts.
Still good to get notoriety, though.
Yeah.
Oh, Cross almost came away with a steal.
Yeah. Now Chernow.
Fight for the ball out of bounds. Goes back to Upper Dublin.
It's turning into a cage match down there. It really is. Wow. And it was right in front of the Perk Valley bench. They were just screaming for a foul.
3:44 to go. Clemmer
And-
inbounds to Barrett.
Oh man, this is gonna go down to the wire.
And Cross has it stolen away by Armstrong. A foul was called, though.
And it's against Armstrong. Wow, I thought
It
it
is
was
against
Cross.
Armstrong.
Armstrong's not happy, and I don't blame her. I think they got a bad call that time. And she is livid. Armstrong is absolutely livid. She was screaming. The coaches had to calm her down.
And
I honestly think they got the call wrong there. I don't think that
Perhaps.
was a call against Armstrong.
And now Clemmer's going to inbound from half court.
Definitely an emotional game, and at this point, it might just be whoever can handle their emotions the best.
Still just a 3-point lead for Perkiomen Valley. Clemmer into Chernow. Chernow, open three. No good.
And Cross looks a little shaken up after that.
Yeah, she's been shaken up a couple of times tonight.
I'm not sure if it's her, because it looks like her hand, she's kind of holding her hand now.
Yeah,
At
And it
first I
would-
thought it was the knee.
it would
but-
not be good to lose her at this point.
Oh, no.
And now Perkiomen Valley's going to get the ball back.
Well, yeah, they haven't been able to set up their offense in the past 5 minutes. Yeah, almost came away with it.
Almost, but Perkiomen Valley does get the ball.
She's
They're
a
going to-
trooper, though, Julie Cross. So
Yeah.
Clearly in pain, but she still almost came away with the steal.
Number 45, Taylor.
Everyone on this upper double team really is a trooper. They don't go down easy. They're not going to go down without a fight in these final 3 minutes.
That's been proven. 3 minutes to go. Still just a 3-point lead for the Vikings. This is probably the most exciting finish we've seen all year because,
Yeah.
frankly, all the games we've seen are pretty much blowouts.
It's up there with the PW football game, that's for sure.
Yeah. And now a foul is called.
Yeah, that'll go against Josie Barrett.
And so Taylor Hammer is going to inbound from the Perkiomen Valley bench. And it
Barrett,
is
one of the more aggressive defenders for the Cardinals. And it almost worked that time.
Walter
And they're
almost
going to
had
call
it thrown
travel,
away.
yeah.
And a travel's called. It goes back to Upper Dublin.
You know, I don't think I've ever seen a crowd get into a game like this before. Even the PW game, I don't think was this loud.
Well, maybe because
Football,
we were.
that is, I should say.
Yeah, maybe because we were outdoors.
Yeah, we're in
and
an enclosed space. I think it's definitely loud, though. And, man, what a game.
2.5 minutes to go. Chernow was open for a moment.
Yeah, she thought about that three. Trying to get into Julie Cross, but she's being heavily guarded, double-teamed even.
Yeah,
They're not gonna let Julie Cross beat her.
Some shades of double team down in the paint, you're right.
But that should open up maybe a three-point shooter for Barrett or Chernow potentially.
And now Barrett's almost being double teamed. 2 minutes to go now.
Tight defense.
Chernow to the basket, no good. Janassin comes down with the rebound and gives it to Armstrong. And a foul is called on Upper Dublin.
I'm not sure how many fouls that is on Barrett, but it's at least 3 or 4, I think. She needs to be careful now. And I think she's going to come out.
Yep, Barrett will come out for Weglos.
Yeah, that's at least 3 or 4 fouls. And
Clock is stopped with a minute 48, and
Yeah.
Taylor Ham is going to inbound it from half court.
well, for only scoring 3 points in this quarter, it's been one of the most action-packed quarters I've ever seen.
I'll say.
And now that clock under 2 minutes to go.
Ham's going to try a layup. It goes off the side of the backboard, goes out of bounds, and it goes to Upper Dublin.
Thank you. That's the right call. At least from my point of view, I clearly thought it went off an orange jersey last.
And it was only a brief exit for Barrett. She
Yeah.
comes back in for Weglos.
We saw it in the first half, taking Cross and Barrett out for the defensive side. Obviously, you're not going to take Cross out right now, but try to take Barrett out, limit the fouls, and then get her back on the offensive side.
Minute and a half to go. Not even.
Man. They don't need a 3 yet, but
Clemmer's going to try a three. No good.
Cross has got it, though.
Cross comes down with the rebound. And now are they going to call
it's going to be against the Cardinals.
And
or no, maybe they just called timeout.
Yeah, Coach Funson calls a timeout.
Wow. 1:12 to go.
A full 1 minute timeout. And they couldn't use anything more than that.
Man. Well, the Cardinals don't need a 3 yet. There's still plenty of time left. But, I mean, the way this is going, this is one of the most action-packed quarters we've seen, and it's only been 3 points.
And again, it's really unbelievable how action-packed it is, considering the Cardinals have only scored 3 points.
And the Vikings have scored none.
Yep.
And you better believe these last 72 seconds they're gonna feel like an eternity for both teams.
They sure will. Well, at least it's not a college game where, the coaches save all their timeouts
There's no
for
TV
the final.
Timeouts for the
yeah.
Don't worry, viewers out there. No commercials. This is a full uncut production of UDTV. No commercials.
And the coaches don't save 3 of their 5 timeouts for the final 15 seconds.
Yeah.
And it's not a foul fest.
Oh, gosh.
So Upper Dublin is going to get the ball
they
back.
do have the ball. That's huge.
Clemmer is going to inbound from the Bird Gang.
From the Bird Gang, yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
She's down in that front row. Gets it to Chernow. Barrett was being heavily guarded by Taylor Ham.
And Julie Cross hasn't scored much in the second half.
Chernow misses the 3. Tries to get her own rebound. Barrett gets it back. Chernow thought about another 3. She's going to try it from that distance. No good. Ball goes out of bounds. And it goes back to Perkiomen Valley with 57.3 to go.
Well, they're getting their chances. A lot of chances to hit 3s for the Cardinals. Just they're not getting them to fall.
Waglow's back in for Barrett. 57.3 to go.
Point, I don't even know if you want to be forcing 3s. If they can get it inside to Julie Cross, cut it to a 1-point lead, and then go from there.
And now you better believe that Upper Dublin will bear down on defense. Not that they haven't already.
Especially with no shot clock. They need to either force a turnover or foul. Only 45 seconds left, and there it is. But Coach Funson not happy, and that's the 17th foul, so now Armstrong will be shooting free throws, and Katie Armstrong is the last person they want to foul.
Yep. She's going to try 2 free throws here. And
well, good thing is it is 1-1, so if she misses the first, they can get the rebound.
That's right. Everything up in the air here.
Yeah.
She made it. And so she's going to get another try. And that could make it a 5-point lead for the Vikings.
And that 2 possessions now. Only 43 seconds left. Cardinals are going to need to hurry on the offensive side of the ball.
And she makes it. Timeout Perkiomen Valley.
That's 17 points now for Katie Armstrong.
43.9 to go. 31-26 Vikings.
And now the Cardinals don't need a 3 here. They just need points, and they need it quickly. If they can get it inside to Cross, maybe get a quick layup, and then force a turnover, it's anybody's game, but they need to score it quickly. That's for sure.
I'm sorry if this is completely unrelated, but I'd like to draw attention to Tom Henning's wardrobe. Going a little risky business tonight.
Where is he now?
Tom Henning is right over next to John Barrett, who's wearing the purple
the
onesie.
shorts.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, you know Tom. He's just the man.
Yep. Homecoming king, right?
Yeah, that's right. One of the leaders of that football team on a great football run. Right now, the girls' basketball team is trying to make a run.
43.9. Clemmer's going to take the ball from the far end of the court and get it into Chernow. They really need to hurry. Less than a minute to go.
And
less than 45 seconds.
It's not going to be easy because the Vikings are pressuring them.
Chernow into Barrett. And Barrett
She's fouled.
Is fouled.
I don't believe it was a shooting foul.
And so it'll just be an inbound pass.
Yeah. 34 seconds left, so they took 9 seconds off the clock. They need to score quickly, though. Trying to get Julie Cross open under the basket, unable to do so.
Clemmer gets it into Balassa. Chernow back to Balassa. Into Cross. Cross tries a 3 and hits. Timeout, Upper Dublin.
Exactly what you needed there.
It is now
senior showing up big.
It is a 2-point game.
That is why she is the best player on this team, and she is one of the leaders.
31-29, 23 and a half seconds to go. It is a full 1 minute timeout.
And that'll re-energize. Yeah, that'll
re-energize
the crowd. Wow. Oh, man. You didn't think the drama could get any richer, did you, John?
Absolutely not.
And Julie Cross, not known for her threes. She did hit a couple last game, but, oh, man, nothing bigger than that right now.
Wow.
And now Cardinals are going to, if they can't get a quick turnover, they're going to need to foul and hope the Vikings can't make a free throw. And if they do foul anybody but number 15.
Katie
Anybody but
Armstrong.
Armstrong, yeah. She hit 2 free throws a few moments ago. She has 17 points on the night. Anybody but her. And the Cardinals are back on the court with 20 seconds to go, ready to play.
That Inquirer article brought up a pretty good point about Julie Cross. She said she's going to Syracuse for lacrosse, but if you saw her playing basketball, you probably think she's going for the wrong sport.
That's just how athletic she is. It's incredible. She's really developed her game over the past year.
She also called basketball her fun sport.
Yeah. They needed to get it away from Armstrong. Only 20 seconds left.
Quarterback pass.
They need to foul her. Yep, good play from the Cardinals.
And a foul is called. Is this going to be a 1-and-1 again?
It will. Tori Walter will go to the line.
So there is still a chance.
And the Bird gang, you know they're going to be loud.
Barry comes in for Weglos again. I don't know what they're chanting, but it's something with 3 syllables.
Yeah. So here's a 1-and-1.
She missed. Clymer comes down with the rebound. 15 seconds to go. They got to hurry up the court. Chernow.
And she will shoot to tie the game.
She's going to shoot to try and tie the game. 8.1 seconds to go.
Oh, man. Does it get any better than this? Well, there's good news and bad news. Bad news is if they do tie it, there's still 8 seconds left for the Vikings. Good news is if she misses a free throw, there's enough time to get the ball back.
Well, she made it. It is a 1-point game.
Absolutely swishes it. Nothing but net.
It all hangs
man.
on this next free throw.
Here it is. And then if she does make it, the Cardinals need to play defense.
Tie game.
Nothing but net on both free throws. Here we go. Final 7 seconds.
They got to get a shot off. Armstrong, 2 seconds. 1 second. They call it travel.
They'll get a shot. 1 second left.
And even if they don't get it.
Worst case scenario, it's overtime. Oh, man, what a comeback from the Cardinals. I don't think I can handle overtime, John.
I mean, after this whirlwind of emotion, they get into Chernow. Chernow
misses. Wow, that was close.
Had a decent shot. We are going to overtime.
Wow.
It's tied at 31.
A 5-point comeback in the final minute.
We will be back.
All the momentum.
We welcome you back for overtime.
Yeah. Wow. Don't go anywhere.
It's just a 4-minute period.
And it seems like the Cardinals with all the momentum right now.
It's going to be a tip-off to start. And here we go. Ball goes out of bounds.
It'll be
it's going to go to Upper Dublin.
Yeah. Well, this crowd definitely into it. The Cardinals into it. Coach Funson giving high fives all around when the fourth quarter ended. A 5-point comeback.
It's going to be pretty hard now not to get ridiculously excited when they take the lead because there's still about 3 minutes to go in overtime.
The Bird gang ready just to explode. I mean, they've already pretty much done that. But a big basket here would just cause the roof to blow off this place.
Upper Dublin using a lot of clock time.
Good defense so far from the Vikings.
Chernow to Balasa.
Trying to get into cross.
Which they do. Misses the layup. Tries to get her own rebound, but is fouled. And she'll go to the line.
And the Cardinals have not led since the first quarter. And they have a chance to do that now here in overtime.
Chance for a 2-point lead. Cross will try for 2 foul shots, and the Bird gang goes almost silent.
13 points so far for the senior. Make it 14.
And there's their first lead since the first quarter.
Well, Julie Cross not her best night, but that huge three to make it a 2-point game, and now she gives the Cardinals the lead.
Oh, she misses the second, but still, it is a 1-point lead for the Cardinals, 32-31.
Now the Cardinals just need to keep playing defense. They only gave up 2 points in the fourth quarter. They need to stick to that defense.
3 minutes to go.
And Perk Valley played an overtime game in their first round, a 39-33 victory over Neshaminy. They've got to be tired now, 2 overtime games in a row. That could be huge for the Cardinals, have a little bit of an advantage. And they're not letting Armstrong get the ball at all. She's right in the middle, 5 jerseys all around her.
Can't blame her.
They're going to let somebody else try to beat them.
Can't blame them.
Yeah.
They've wasted all this clock time. Now there's under 2.5 minutes to go.
She has 17 of the 31 points for the Vikings. And now they're just going to give her the ball outside because there's no way they're going to get it into her.
She's really indispensable with the point total. Coach Funson thought that she might have fouled Clammer.
Yeah. It's a long possession. Oh, that's not. I think that's the right call, but it's not a smart play. And
Barrett fouls Leahy.
That must be 4 on her now.
And Leahy is going to go to the line. Barrett's going to come out for Weglos.
Remember, Josie Barrett was not playing defense a lot at the end of the game because they didn't want to get her into foul trouble. Now, she's getting a round of applause. Hopefully that's not her 5th foul. I think she might be done for the night, John. That's a big loss, especially from behind the arc.
Yeah, we'll have to see. So,
it'll be 1-1.
Makes the first. That gets her a tie. And now she makes the second. Perkiomen Valley is going to regain the lead, 33-32.
Still a lot of time in this game, John.
2:03 to be exact.
Time.
And she makes the second. So the Vikings regain the lead, 33-32. 2 minutes to go now. And Chernow being heavily guarded in the backcourt by Bruni.
And Josie Barrett, we believe she's fouled out. So that's a big offensive piece missing for Upper Dublin. Someone's going to have to step up.
Chernow nearly lost it. She gets it into Cross. Cross trying to think about passing it. Down and into Balassa, but she's fouled.
Yep. And now Balassa will shoot 1-1. 8th team foul against the Cardinals, or against the Vikings, excuse me. And of course, once they get to 10, it'll be double bonus.
And now the Cardinals have a similar situation to what Perkiomen Valley just had.
Right now, the Cardinals have 19 fouls, so the rest of the way, the Vikings will be shooting 2 free throws. That could come into effect.
And make here will tie it.
Final seconds.
Oh, she misses.
Got to hit the front end of the 1-1s.
Minute and a half to go. Armstrong, the player who you least want with the ball, is taking it up the court. Luckily, she gets it away. And now a steal by Clemmer. Ball goes out of bounds, and it goes back to Perkiomen Valley.
Almost
Clemmer was the last one to touch
it.
it.
Got to keep up the pressure. They're going to force turnovers. They did a lot in the fourth quarter. Just keep up the pressure. Keep it away from Armstrong. And there it is.
Stolen away by Chernow. No one's guarding her. Chernow makes it. Timeout Cardinals. 34-33 with 1:12 to go.
That's exactly what you want to do against the Cardinals. Get it out of Armstrong's hands. That'll force turnovers. An easy layup for Allison Chernow. And the Cardinals lead.
That was one of the easiest plays the Cardinals had all night, to be honest.
Nothing comes easy in this game, John, but that was as easy as it gets. Wow. What a game.
Well, it could have been as easy as it gets. It would have gotten even easier if it was Cross.
Yeah. Oh, man. I think this even trumps the PW football game.
Well,
it's pretty close.
They have to win first.
Yeah.
Otherwise, this will fall in the heartbreaking losses category with PW 2013.
Oh, let's not even bring that up, yeah. And, of course, as we mentioned before, so much on the line in tonight's game. Not only a trip to the quarterfinals, but also an automatic berth into that state tournament. the Cardinals now a little over a minute away from that.
And Perkiomen Valley is going to get the ball with 1:12 left out at the timeout.
And guess who has the ball, John?
Katie Armstrong.
That's right. And Alyssa Clammer, one of the best defenders for the Cardinals, on her. Nowhere to go for Armstrong.
Less than a minute to go now. Upper Dublin clinging on to a 1-point lead.
And Clammer's sticking on Armstrong. They've been playing zone for most of the night, but it looks like they're going to keep Clammer on Armstrong.
Leahy misses the three. Cross comes down with the rebound and gets it to Chernow. Chernow's fouled. She'll go to the line.
And if there's one person you want at the free throw line, it's Allison Chernow. We learned that at the end of the fourth quarter when she hit 2 free throws to tie the game with 8 seconds left. Now, we'll be 1-1, but from now on, that's the 19th foul. So the next one, it'll be double bonus the rest of the way.
If she makes it, it'll be a 2-point lead for the Cardinals as we switch to our golf tone.
We haven't had to use that much today.
Makes it.
Man, so clutch. That's 3 huge free throws at the end of this game, and none of them have even been close. They've all been nothing but net.
Makes the second. It is a 3-point lead, 36-33. 41.8 to go. Vikings have the ball, and guess who has it?
I'm going to guess Katie Armstrong, John. Timeout.
Timeout Perkiomen Valley. I guess that's the right thing to do
Yeah.
with 34.3 seconds to go. Once again, Upper Dublin with a 36-33 lead.
Well, this is an interesting turn of events because at the end of the fourth quarter, the roles were reversed. The Cardinals were the ones playing catch-up. Now it's the Vikings.
And this is a full 1-minute timeout.
Yeah, they need it. Man, what a game. I know we said that already 50 times, but what a game. I'd expect to keep Alyssa Clammer on Katie Armstrong. I saw her talking with Coach Funson during the free throws. She's their best defender, and they need her to stick like glue on Katie Armstrong.
I mean, it's an easy matchup. Best offensive player for Perkiomen Valley, best defensive player for Upper Dublin.
Exactly.
Basketball.
Just make sure she's not open behind the three-point line because she hit one in the first half when she was wide open. But other than that, they don't really have a really big three-point threat.
Now that Josie Barrett's fouled out.
Well, I meant Perk Valley, but yeah.
Oh, okay, right. Well, still, Upper
Yeah.
Dublin doesn't have. I mean
Chernow's a three-point threat, yeah.
Sure.
And even Cross, we saw her with
yes,
a big three. That might have been the biggest shot of the game. So here we go.
Armstrong has it in the backcourt. Ball is still behind the arc.
Yeah, they're trying to get it to Armstrong.
Armstrong thought about a long three.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
They leave Walter open. She misses the three. Fight for the ball.
Oh, the possession arrow favors the Vikings, though. So it'll stay with them. John, I've never really understood the purpose of the possession arrow either.
Yeah, it is a little hard to grasp.
The good thing is now, if it's another tie-up, it will go to the Cardinals.
They still need a three to tie at 14 seconds to go.
Armstrong's going to have to shoot it from out there.
Less than 10 seconds. Armstrong for three. No good. Ball goes out of bounds. And it goes to Upper Dublin. Perkiomen Valley touched it last.
And they'll get 2 free throws if they get fouled. It's not 1-1. They'll get 2 free throws. All they need is 1 to make it a 2-possession game, but they got to get the inbound in. They don't foul her.
2 seconds, 1
They're
second,
not
they
gonna
didn't foul
foul
her. Upper Dublin wins. Upper Dublin wins.
What a game, John. Wow. And what's more appropriate than the fans storming the court?
An absolutely unbelievable finish. Upper Dublin wins in overtime, 36-33.
Wow, looked like they were dead in the water, down 5 points under a minute to go. Cross with the big three, Chernow knocks down some big free throws, and they take it in overtime. And John, the Cardinals will be playing in the state tournament. Wow.
Has a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Oh, man, wow.
Well, I think we've said enough. For Stevie Taylor, Paul Sutton, we thank Max Bluestein for helping us out on camera. I'm John Gidley. Thanks for watching. We'll see you at the state tournament.
Wow.